joined by Erik Jones, driver of the number 43 Toyota for Legacy Motor Club, and Julie from Ultimate Canine. Erik, can you just talk a little bit about what you have going on here with them?
Yeah, so yesterday we went out to see Julie's place at Ultimate Canine in what town exactly is that?
Westfield, Indiana.
Yeah, Westfield. And so we drove over there. Great facility, checked out. They do, I'm not going to take all of Julie's thunder here, but they do a bunch of training for multiple different dogs. And we took my dog, Oscar, out there, ran through a little surprise course they had set up for us. And Oscar gave his best effort. He did okay, got through it, and it was a lot of fun and just neat to see. And so we brought a few dogs here from Ultimate Canine today that you can see up front hanging out that are in training and getting ready to go home with their families. So we also have another announcement. This is obviously a plushie here that looks like Oscar. And this is going to be something that's available this weekend in the merch trailer, also on my website and the Erik Jones Foundation website, that's going to be raising proceeds to go towards the foundation and animal welfare, helping out groups like Ultimate Canine with their dog training efforts and some multiple other areas that we do with animal welfare. So something we've been working on a long time, and been having some fun with it this weekend here in Indy, and happy to have some dogs here in the media center for everybody.
Awesome. Well, I think the media enjoy the dogs here in the media center too, so thank you for bringing them. We'll go ahead and open it up for questions. If you have one, please raise your hand, and I will get a mic over to you. We'll start right down here with Zach.
Zach Sturniolo, NASCAR.com. Why was this important for you to connect with them?
Well, you know, we started the foundation, I guess it's been almost 4 years, and I felt like the animal welfare portion has been probably one of the pillars that we have done quite a bit with, but not as much as the cancer and reading side, and it hasn't been as much at the forefront, and I've been wanting to bring it more forward. That was a pretty big objective for us with the foundation. And so as we kind of dove into that and figured out ways to connect, you know, the plushie was a huge way we came up with to raise some money for it, number one. But then connecting with groups like Julie's and what they do for me has been pretty fun. So we did some work a few years ago with a group in Michigan with some training for police canines, and then to see Julie's organization and seeing what they do with the police work here locally and internationally, frankly, with some other work with special ops dogs and with family dogs, as these are not quite special ops dogs here today, but to see the work that they do with all the different kinds of trainings and just to see these first-class facilities, to me, is something that's pretty neat. You know, growing up, we obviously always had dogs, and funny enough, my mom was big into training our dogs, and so it was always kind of something that was just interesting to me to see the different groups that train these dogs and what goes into it. And I think just to see the potential of dogs, I think it gets so overlooked sometimes. You meet these dogs and you don't always see their full potential, and to see them working hard and learning and getting smarter is something that's pretty neat.
Additional questions? Come right front.
Yeah, Erik, Roy Akers, Skyview Sports. Recently, I was at a golf outing, and they were raising money, believe it or not, for Oakland County Sheriff's Department for the Kevlar vest for the dogs, like $3,000 a piece. Is that something that your foundation kind of touches at all? Because these dogs, they are often the lifeline in the community, so the officers don't get hurt.
Actually, yeah, it is that exact thing is something I looked into. I'd seen somewhere about the cost for Kevlar vests, and it's a little bit, each department I think chooses whether their dogs wear the vests or not, is what I've learned at least. So I have done some work with that and donated some money to donate the Kevlar vests for the dogs. But yeah, definitely the police canine work was, like I said, when I was trying to expand the animal welfare side, the police canine is what popped first into my mind and how I could help in that world, and the Kevlar vest has been one of the focuses.
Right here in the middle.
Hi, Tom with Speedway Digest and The Balance. Oscar, when he's got the zoomies, who gets the corners faster, you or Oscar?
I think Oscar, even at 8 years old, he can get pretty quick for a couple minutes if he wants to. But he's just been a great dog. I've had Oscar since I was a single guy, and to watch him through meeting Holly, her and I getting married, and now having David, our 8-month-old, and the way that he is adapted with him and grown with him. He's just been such a great dog in so many different ways, and a great companion. And just hope that everybody gets that experience. And honestly, having a resource like Julie and Ultimate Canine that you can have your dog, having a dog that's trained makes your life so much better with that dog, and that relationship with your dog so much better. And so just to try to share that and I through different communities is pretty important to me. So like I said, with Oscar and the training he had when he was a puppy, it's made the time with him over the last 8 years just 100% more enjoyable.
Any other questions for Erik or Julie?
Deb Williams, Auto Week. Erik, you were talking about the police canines and all popping with you. Are you familiar with any of the organizations that try to help foster the dogs of our military when they're deployed and they have no one to take care of their dogs and they need people? Have you thought about working with them?
I have. Honestly, that's not something I've done with the foundation at this point. I would love to learn more about it. Again, trying to just expand the animal welfare portion of the foundation. Our other, like I said, the other two pillars with cancer and reading, they're so far off and running, with different causes. That's kind of doing itself, and just the animal welfare portion is something I've been trying to grow here the last year. So definitely something to look into. I think we probably have a resource with Julie that might know a few of those groups. So definitely would love to look into it.